Hey guys, it's Enigma Hood, and today I want to talk about pornography. Now you might be saying to yourself, Enigma Hood, why are you talking about pornography? That's so inappropriate for children. Well, guess what? Those little children can suck my fucking balls. Okay, I need to talk about this because it's important. Now, pornography is, it's something that all guys watch, and when I say all guys, I mean most guys, okay? Let's not be pedantic. I'm sure there's some fucking obscure weirdos who don't watch pornography, but, we all watch it, okay? We all jack off to it because we have nothing better to do with our lives. Okay, it's fucking normal. The other day, there was this stupid fucking bitch who posted this dumb image on her Facebook. And, I was just perusing through these things, and I saw this dumbass image on her fucking wall that said, it was like a joke, one of those dumb joke images that said, like, okay, so having sex for money, insinuating prostitution, is illegal, but having sex for money in front of a camera is legal. And when you leave it like that, yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Why is it that having sex for money, prostitution, is illegal, but having sex in front of a camera and making a porn is completely legal? And I attempted to try and address this situation this way. I honestly believe that pornography actually benefits society. Society is better off with pornography than it is without pornography. And the reason is as follows. Men evolved through many generations to desire sexual intercourse with females for the simple reason of promoting procreation. We cannot reproduce unless you shoot your fucking cum inside of a female and impregnate her ass. Not her ass, her vagina, whatever the fuck it is. You're sticking your dick inside of her pussy, and you are coming, and that is going to impregnate her with the sperm going inside of the eggs and producing live offspring. Okay, that is what is going on here. If you did not enjoy sex, then you would never do this, and our species would go extinct and we would all die. Or our species would die. So there has to be a reason to promote this kind of thing. And of course, so males are, unlike females, males are always sexually receptive. They did studies on this. They compared the amount of times where a male would be receptive to sex compared to a female, and males are always receptive to sex. Whereas females only become receptive to sex. And when I say receptive to sex, that just means you're horny. Okay, the technical term is receptive to sex, or in heat. And heat is actually a technical term. But street slang, street language, we're talking about just being horny. Females are most horny when they're in their estrus cycle, and that is during the time when they are most fertile. And it makes sense, because the time when a female should be horny and want to have sex is when she is fertile. From a biological standpoint, it would promote procreation. But males do not have that, and the reason is very simple. Because if males were only horny some of the time, then the coincidence that the two would coincide with each other is remote. And so we would never procreate, and our species would eventually go extinct. That is the reason why males have to always be ready to fuck at a given time, at a moment's notice, right on the spot, whereas females have to only become horny during a certain period of time. Because of that, now back in the olden days when we were living out in the jungles, fighting for our lives, that was not a problem, okay? I don't need to go into it, but suffice to say, you guys are intelligent enough to know that our ancestors, all of our ancestors, did some very questionable things when it came to sex. Stuff that would not be tolerated today by any stretch of the imagination, but was normal back then. However, we live in a society where this kind of activity, this kind of behavior is not acceptable at all. You cannot go around doing those kinds of things. Okay, I don't even need to talk about that. But biologically, we are identical. genetically speaking, we are virtually identical to our savage ancestors who were horny all the time and engaged in and acted upon their sexual arousal. But we live in a civilized society. We can't do that kind of thing. Males cannot do that kind of thing. And if a male is physically unattractive or maybe socially awkward, maybe he's shy, is not very good at interacting with females, maybe he can't get laid. He can't establish sexual relations with a female. And if a male is denied sex for a long period of time, maybe not even a long period of time, they begin to exhibit some psychological problems. And this could lead to violence against themselves or violence against other people. So at least, I'm not saying that pornography solves all of the problems, but at least it gives males a way to release some sexual frustration. It's not a solution, it's not a complete solution, but it is a way of managing the problem. So that's why I say that pornography is actually beneficial to society, in my opinion. I think that it is, in fact, for these reasons that I mentioned, beneficial on the whole. With that said, do I think pornography, the agents engaging in pornography are acting immorally? Believe it or not, Enigma Hood does believe that. I mean, maybe you guys disagree, and that's perfectly fine. But, I mean, just from a moral standpoint, to have sex on camera and to do these kinds of things, I find that reprehensible. However, I'm not talking about the agents. The agents themselves, these sluts that just have sex for money and swallow cum, I do think that that's immoral, and I look down upon these people. However, I do recognize that the service they provide is beneficial to society, and that is why pornography is a good thing. However, I look down upon the people who engage in this immoral behavior. Now, you might be saying, isn't that a contradiction? Well, I mean, it's not just them, though. The agents involved in pornography are not the only people who act immorally while providing a service the society needs. Look at lawyers, politicians, the military. All these agents act immorally sometimes, and maybe sometimes all of the time they act immorally, but yet they provide the service that society needs. So it's not just porn stars that are acting immorally that provide a service that society needs. It is, in effect, a necessary evil. In my opinion, maybe you think they do act morally. Maybe you love the fact that people are swallowing cum for money and acting and having sex on camera. I don't know. That's up to you. I would disagree with you on that, but I think we can all agree that pornography is in fact a good thing. This is Enigma Hood, signing off.